Good tidings to you and all of your kin. December 25th, 2025. That means it's officially Christmas Day. I am here with this very poorly lit video, very badly moisturized video, very early in the morning, although not so much early in real time. It's normally up this time. 4:30 a.m. Central Time. We are on vacation. I spent the week not doing much of anything as long way as producing videos because owed my family some vacation time. They got all the time they could get, plus some, or I think they got all the time they wanted. I may have given up more time than I wanted, but it was something that was owed to them. That was my present to them, along with paying for this vacation. So that all happened. But today is Christmas. I want to make a quick shout out to the world, to you guys. Give thanks to all you guys out there who have given me and the family and all the support staff of the Conversation Project and More Better Media, and of course, things you might have heard specifically, the love, the support, the sometimes ribbing that we've gotten this year. And I want to remind you of one thing on this day, or not quite this day, but the pagans chose this day. For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Jesus' birth is a fulfillment of God's promise to bring peace, divine leadership to this world. For those of us who say we believe, and I say that specifically to all of us, we're having some issues with the whole belief in the whole Prince of Peace sort of deal going on. So hopefully we will all figure that out pretty soon. Not that I think Christ is coming back anytime soon because that's been debunked a few times. But hopefully, just for the sake of just being real good people, it is there. So if you are a celebrator of Christmas, Merry Christmas. Today is our Super Bowl. It's not Easter, it's actually Christmas, even though it's about the gifts. It really is about the season, the reason, the person, the being, the spirit. If you're not a believer, that's okay. He believes in you, so that's great. But it's also a time to just reflect on families and friends and priorities and people and just being a good person in general. And that's what we're looking for the upcoming year coming forward. This project is going to keep on going somehow, some way. One thing that I figured out in the last couple of weeks is that I have survived a hell of a lot of things. And so if I keep surviving things, I might also keep doing stuff. So that means yakking the microphones and video cameras. Whether you like it or not, I'm here. And some of you seem to like it, but not enough seem to as it is. But with that all being said, Merry Christmas to all of you. Thank you so much for this love and support that we've gotten from you over time. If you've given us some love and support over time, or some hate and support, if you will, we love the hate watchers as well. If you're new to this and this is our first gathering, tomorrow on Friday morning, I think I'm going to do a normal video. We're wrapping up our vacation today, coming home, getting back to normal. I think I'm going to do something because I missed a whole lot of things. It wasn't really a big, crazy news week on Christmas, which is great. But there's some pieces I want to get back into place and some things I worked in my head that I want to see is going to work out on Friday to basically pitch for Monday. So you'll see some sort of something coming on Monday or coming on Friday and over the weekend where I think I'm going to do some work in the studio that's inside baseball to prepare for what's going to happen all next week. All next week, I'm pretty sure we're going to do something all week next week going into the first. And just looking for more civility. In the process of more civility, there'll be more bitterness, if that makes more sense. I am kind of tired of the way things are going right now. And it's not because I have any real beef per se, but things are just not really making any sense. And I'm hearing that from you guys right here in comments, in communications, and I've talked to some people here on vacation, well out of my range of where I normally live, and that's been a blessing, a wake up call to talk to real people from all sorts of different places in the vacation space, and it's going to get a nice little salad of various different flavors, very different ingredients to see what the world is really looking at right now. So that perspective, not that I agree with everything I heard. Not that I disagree with everything I heard. I have a new perspective of what some people think, what some people believe, and when some people believe they're in safe spaces, what they say, and what spaces they think are safer or not. So, more commentary. So, this is not an example of what we do all the time. This is me rambling for Christmas. A more commentary, more real talk on things that will catch my attention. I will say, hey, this seems kind of weird. Let's talk about it. And you have plenty more Trump because we've got 3 more years of him at least. At least, because it seems like he has backed off of the talk of the third term for reals. But everything he's doing in this term is making it so hard to undo everything he's doing in this term that he may actually be a part of our lives for a whole lot longer than we can even think about. So, Hanukkah, if you celebrate Hanukkah, hopefully you had a very great celebration of that one. I know it's been weird, especially with the attack that happened in Australia going forward at the beginning of the season here. Christmas, there are people who are going to celebrate coming forward. All other things that if you want to, it's fine. But in a season that is a day of celebration for the birth of our Savior, who's supposed to be the light to the world, and we understand there are many other religions, so this is not the moment where I'm going to put folks down. But one thing I learned from a story of a lady who was a Buddhist who actually started going to various different types of churches, a Catholic church, a Baptist church, a Pentecostal church, and following the rules. She just moved around. She moved around for her job, so she went to the church that was nearby. And she said, doing the work of the good Christians made her a better Buddhist. That's not the sales job that I think JC would really want, but this JC is all I got. So, hey, try to be a better person because that's what we're supposed to be doing. It's not about Jesus riding on a horse with a sword to vanquish his foes. Remember, he's the guy that fed the poor with a kid's lunch. Don't forget about that. And he, healed the sick on his off day. Let's not forget about those things while we complain about, Stephen Miller, because he's kind of worth complaining about, if you will. Anyway, I can do better. Trust me. I love each and every one of you. Merry Christmas. Happy rest of your holiday season time. Hopefully, you are having plans for what's going to be a grand, great new year. Remember this, we're going to say this a lot. You are a survivor. You woke up this morning, got a chance to listen to me ramble, so that may not be all that exciting. But you have a full day, we hope, to fight for whatever it is that you're working towards. So fight for it. And while tomorrow's not promised, if you get it, that's another day worth fighting for. We will see you guys on the internets in typed up word form, in bad video form, better lighting form. This is just hotel. I didn't bring any gear whatsoever. Like I said, I gave my family 100% of my participation for everything. Whatever they wanted to do, I did it. And that was great. So now it's back to me hiding in my office, complaining about the news, and looking kind of crazy, and not getting enough coffee because I'm kind of off coffee these days. We'll see how this next year plays out. We hope it plays out much, much better. I'll beg and complain for subscribers and partners in later videos. This really is a Merry Christmas message and of all things. So, not meant to be elegant, not meant to be smooth. It's I'm waking up before everyone is getting ready to get going so we can wrap up the vacation and head back home and get back to normalcy. Because eventually it is back to normal. Let's put a little more Jesus Christ in the normalcy, if we will. If you want to talk about that one, I have a more better media platform for that as well. Send me some info in the comments. I'll try to put a link into it probably tomorrow because I'm doing this on my phone. So I'll probably do it tomorrow when I get back in so you can see this later down the line. Meantime, Merry Christmas. And let's get ready for a very prosperous, very interesting, and survivable new year.